Welcome to the Checkered Floor Garage. This is the Kawasaki Vulcan 750 Maintenance and Service Series, and today I'm going to be rewrapping my exhaust pipes. When I first got the bike, it was wrapped in like this off-white mummy color, and I wasn't a fan of it, so I took off that wrap, rewrapped it myself 16,000 miles ago and 3 full riding seasons ago. It looked really great when I did it back then, and it still holds up pretty well to this day, I think, after 16,000 miles. I want to show you a close-up of the wrap so you can see the condition and how well it's, in my opinion, held up over the past 16,000 miles. Ignore this broken stud right here and the exhaust header. I've got to fix this in an upcoming video. But I am really happy with how well it's held up over the seasons, the heat, the constant heat cycles. The left side exhaust, for whatever reason, shows a little bit more wear and tear. It's not like the bike's ever been dropped or anything, but you just see a little bit of white discoloration. But still, decent condition. I would not be rewrapping the exhaust pipes if it wasn't for one thing. Here we are back at the right side of the motorcycle, and I'm going to be rewrapping it because I got to fix my tailpipe here. This I don't think is bad. I don't really hear any noise here. I don't think there's that risk of coming off. The other side, though, is another story. So this I'm a little bit embarrassed to show you guys. I've been riding the motorcycle like this for a little bit longer than I'd like to admit. This is my left side exhaust tip. So originally there was just these two straps holding it in place, and then when the weld broke in there, I tried putting more straps on. I tried breaking off the straps, kind of snipping them, unraveling the wrap, and then I got in there with some tape, with some special high heat exhaust tape. That is why I'm going to be rewrapping my pipes today. For the few of you that maybe do have an exhaust wrap on your bike and you're looking to learn a little bit more, or if you're just interested in following me along with what I do with my bike, then this video is for you. So first, I'm going to start with this 13 mil deep socket, and I'm going to loosen the bolts, take off the left side exhaust first. If you're wondering what's up with this orange stuff, it's just this ultra copper gasket maker for exhaust. I've got a stripped stud here and a broken stud on the other side, on the right side. So it's just my way to kind of seal up any of the exhaust puffs coming out of here, but it's not really doing a good job. So my next video, I'm going to be replacing these exhaust headers. There we go. That one is also stripped. Okay. I've also got this hose clamp here going around my exhaust and kind of underneath the frame right here to help bear the weight of the exhaust pipe. I didn't want the only thing to be holding up this exhaust pipe to be just these two little nuts holding on at the exhaust header there. There we go. I also had a couple layers of electrical tape right around here. That way the hose clamp can kind of rest on top of the electrical tape instead of being metal on metal with the frame. I didn't want anything with the frame scratching or anything. And as jank as the electrical tape was, it held up over 16,000 miles. No, little residue, but no scratches, no rusting, no metal loss, no paint loss. So that's good. All right, so for this next part, I'm just going to wear some gloves and a mask because the wrap, I think, is made out of partially fiberglass, and it's dangerous to inhale. I'm going to snip apart these wire straps, and I'm just going to unwrap the exhaust. You know what? I'm also going to wear some safety glasses, too, just in case if any of these wraps just kind of explode in my face. There we go. All of the wraps at the bottom of the exhaust are off. It'd help if I had some actual good snippers. Now we're just going to unwrap this. So this is really interesting. All of this wrap was completely black, both sides, when I wrapped the bike. And only the parts that I protected with like this high temp silicone paint and coating, only that part stayed black. The rest of it kind of lost its color through all the heat cycles. So if you're wrapping your bike, make sure to seal the wrap, unless unless you like white. So the weld from the previous owner just completely broke off. I'm gonna have to make sure I get a good, nice, secure weld or some kind of nice, secure fix to put this onto this. All right, so obviously I've got some work to do with my tailpipes. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. If you're here just for how to wrap your exhaust, skip to this time code.
8 minutes, 29 seconds.
Okay, got it. So now let's go over to the left side and take a look at that. And then to hold the tip onto the pipe, I'm going to try this muffler weld exhaust system repair. I'm going to give it a shot, try to do a DIY fix this way. And then if all else fails, in the future, I can always just remove some of the wrap and take it to a weld shop and have it welded on proper. All right, so this is coming out pretty good. I was able to kind of mallet down this exhaust tip to better fit the sides of the pipe, and then I hammered it down in, and it's really good. I'm really happy with it. So I'm just going to pack some of the empty areas in here with some of that repair kit. I'm also going to do a little bit of the contact area between the tip and the pipe inside, kind of right in there. I don't know if this is common knowledge, but I was taught this when I was an intern working in a lab. Right now I've got a glove inside out to easily reuse it, put it inside of itself, kind of get it ready to get put on. But it's going to be tough with all the fingers, smushed inside there. So blow in here, get a little puff of air, and then trap it. And then blow. Push. There you go. And you can put your glove back on. So get a little bit of this repair stuff on there. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to take care of the left side. I'm going to let that dry overnight, apply another coat of this tomorrow. If I can make this work and, like I said, not have to rely on taking it to a welder, that's a win in my book. It looks pretty messy, pretty janky, but you know what they say. If it looks stupid but it works, it's not stupid. Part of the fun and challenge of owning a motorcycle like this, something that's a little bit on the older side, a little bit on the cheaper side, is trying to find creative home DIY solutions to fix the issues instead of always relying on the dealer or the professionals to fix it. I'm really happy with how this fix came out. The muffler weld is holding really strong, both here and also at these tailpipes. And then this repair wrap is really solid. All right, it's time to wrap the pipes. I've got the exhaust wrap, gloves. I'm going to wear double gloves because this fiberglass stuff can really get everywhere and it's kind of itchy. And the exhaust ties. First things first is get a nice clean cut here to get rid of all the frays. Okay. And then we're going to fold in the top little piece, maybe like 1/2 inch or so. Just folding it upon itself like that. And starting off, I'm going to keep this raveled up. That way it'll make unwrapping the wrap all around the exhaust pipe a little bit easier, something to hold on to and get leverage and torque to get this wrap nice and tight. I'm going to start here at the top at the header, go around 1 full revolution at the top here, and I'm going to get it nice and tight in there, as tight as I can. Got a little fray there. I can cut this off at the end. It's going to bother me, but it's okay. And then from there, you're going to want about a 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch of overlap in between each layer. There we go. See, I was just able to get the wrap a little bit tighter, and that little bit of bunched up part went away. Basically, using the tautness of the wrap along with this the bulk of the wrap here, and I'm using that as like leverage and torque to get the wrap to be super tight. So right here, you see, can you see how tight that is? I'm using that to kind of make the wrap itself tighter as I go around this pipe. It is tricky. It'll take a little bit of getting used to, a little bit of trial and error. I even said, quarter inch, half inch overlap. I'm probably overlapping it a lot more than I should. I should space it out a little bit further. But at the same time, I want to make sure that everything comes out tight and uniform. Oh, my hands are getting tired. It's a little bit uneven here as I changed like diameter of the pipe. Let me see if I can go back and fix that. Like I said, a little bit of trial and error here. Now that we're here at the end of the tailpiece, I'm just going to try to end with a nice straight, like one last lap around with the wrap, just nice and straight all around. There we go. I don't want to be too much. I want to show off a little bit of this chrome piece here. I also think it's a good idea to lay the pipe up here and just kind of see where you want the straps to be. You don't want the ratchet part of the straps, kind of like the knuckle part. I don't want this part here showing. I kind of want that hidden, and I just want to show more of the strap. And wherever I cut the strap, I want it to be back at the tail end here. I'm going to make sure that the strap and the exhaust wrap are cut on the other side of the L. And then there it is. It's going to end right here. A little bit messy here. It's not going to line up perfectly, but like I said, this is the side, the face of the tire. I don't care about that. So this strap, these stainless steel zip ties, they work just like normal zip ties where you put them in, and then once they go in, they're pretty much really hard to get back out. I'm also going to fold in the end, just like how I folded in the start, to help prevent any fraying, keep the ends protected. Here's a nice close-up of the stainless steel exhaust strap. One end of the exhaust strap goes into this other end right there, working just like a zip tie. Okay, so right there, I want to be able to, hold down this end piece there. So next, I'm going to tighten it down a little bit more by using my pliers and pulling away, like that way. Once you got that, you're going to cut it. I got some better clippers here. Cut it, leave about, I don't know, a half an inch or so at the end. And then you can either get a good grip with your pliers and then roll it around like this, kind of roll it underneath itself. And as you do so, the strap will tighten even more. So you look at that. Sorry. I'll do like a little bit more. Okay, good. A little more. And then from there, I'm just going to kind of press this down a little bit. Yeah, no matter what I do, I'm kind of getting sharp bits there. So honestly, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Now, let's go ahead and wrap up the header into one strap there. Now the left side exhaust is all complete, ready for the sealant. But first I got to go do the longer side, the right side. This is why you want to wear gloves and some maybe a mask for all those little hairs that you see is fiberglass. So that was about as tedious as I remember it from the last time I did it 3 years ago. But the more that I did it, I got in the groove, and it wasn't too bad. I used most of a 50-foot roll, maybe more than half. It's a 2-inch wide by 50-foot long. I used most of it from my right side exhaust, which is longer, maybe 3.5 feet. And then I just used extra wrap that I had from the last time I did it for my left side exhaust. Now it's time to seal it. I'm going to let this dry for a little bit and then flip it around, do another coat on the other side, and probably just do as many coats as I have in the can. I'm not going to show you that though. I'm going to use the powers of editing to skip to the next day. The coating has dried and I put on the pipes just temporarily because I am going to replace those headers next. I'm really happy with how it came out. It's all uniform color. The coating went on nice. I put on a couple of light coats. Take a look here at the end of the tailpiece. It looks much better. Nice and secure. I really have no doubts about this lasting a nice long time. Thanks for watching until the end on this journey with me. Check out the description down below for other helpful tips and tricks, links to the very helpful Vulcan 750 forum, and as always, thanks for watching. Have a good one.